Tell them that bullshit what you had to tell 'em.
Hip-Hops has spent the last few years in a debate that never really ends, and at the center of it are four names: NBA Youngboy, Lil Uzi Vert, Playboi Carti, and Young Thug, who the internet has been putting in the same conversation since around 2022. The question is always the same. The answer never changes, and yet the clips keep going viral. So let's actually lay out the full picture on each of them, what they've said on record, and what's actually been proven versus what's just the internet doing what the internet does. Starting with Young Thug, because by his own argument, he started everything. Jeffrey Lamar Williams has been fielding these conversations since 2014, and his situation is the one that set the template. The reasoning was always fashion first. Thug was wearing dresses, lace, tutus, sheer tops, and painted nails years before any other major street rapper touched that look. The 2016 Jeffrey mixtape cover, Thug in a blue tulle dress, turned the conversation into a permanent fixture. He'd been calling male friends bae and lovers in public and in song for years before that. He addressed the language directly at the 2014 BET Hip Hop Awards, explaining it as a slang choice with nothing romantic behind it. In a 2015 Guardian interview, he said he liked everything people say about him: gay, punk, anything, and described himself as neither gay nor straight, embracing the speculation as part of his anti-conformist image. In 2019, he told Big Boy's Neighborhood he was the straightest man in the world and claimed to have been with more women than most straight men. The most direct he's ever been on this came in September 2025 on the Perspectives with Banks cast. He addressed the rumors with more heat than usual and took direct credit for the entire aesthetic: the painted nails, the dresses, the rock star look. His position was that he wore it first, the world wasn't ready, and he eventually passed the baton to Uzi and Carti. Same podcast. He said he had no problem with the gay community, but compared hidden sexuality to ratting in a street sense. The framing drew pushback. Some called it contradictory. Either way, his position has been on record for over a decade, and it's never shifted. Lil Uzi Vert is where the conversation got the loudest. The speculation around Uzi had been simmering since 2017, but it went fully mainstream in July 2022 when he quietly switched his Instagram bio to they/them pronouns. A spokesperson confirmed the pronoun update to Pitchfork. It wasn't a coming out statement. It was a gender identity statement. The internet refused to draw that line. Old commentary resurfaced. Uzi had been wearing nail polish, purses, belly button piercings, women's clothing, and high fashion pieces long before that bio change. The alter ego Leslie, which debuted around the Pink Tape era, got read by fans as a feminine-coded second self. Then came Coachella 2024, the single biggest gas can in the timeline. During his headlining set, Uzi hit voguing, full splits, and death drops, and danced to an unreleased track with a Yaz 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 vocal sample running over the beat. The internet caught fire. 50 Cent jumped in with a mocking post and turned the moment into its own storyline. JT, Uzi's partner, defended him publicly. But here's what Uzi himself put on record. The opening track of Pink Tape, Flooded the Face, contains a bar counting how many women he sleeps with per day, and directly asking how anyone could say Lil Uzi is gay. XXL ran a piece on it titled "Uzi Shuts Down Gay Rumors" on Pink Tape in June 2023. He performed the same bar at the 2023 BET Awards. In interviews, he's talked about his sex life specifically in the context of silencing the speculation. Uzi's been in documented long-term relationships with women throughout his career. His pronoun change was a statement about gender identity, not sexuality. And the explicit lyric on his lead single was the artist going on record. The clip cycle has kept going anyway. Playboi Carti's situation ran the longest before he addressed it directly. The rumors around Carti circulated from around 2018, peaking in late 2020. The fuel was always fashion and aesthetics. The Rick Owens fits, the leather, the baby voice, the red hair vampire phase that defined the whole Lotta Red era. The biggest moment came November 2020 when a leaked snippet of the unreleased track New Tank had Carti dropping a bar about people thinking he was gay. Within hours, "They thought I was gay" was a Twitter trend. Fake screenshots circulated claiming he was coming out. One photoshopped image placed him with Givenchy creative director Matthew Williams framing it as a new relationship. Carti shut it down definitively in his March 2021 heist. Nobody cover story. Hot 97 ran the recap the same week. The core of his position, he called himself anti-everything. said he didn't care if people thought he was gay or trolling, tied the whole thing to his rebellion against conformity. His line about putting his cross upside down if everyone else's was straight became the defining quote of that era. His former hairstylist Ronnie Lee went public after a falling out with the camp and made claims about Cardi and his crew. His ex, Ruby Rose, later went on camera and said to her direct knowledge Cardi was completely straight. That clip became the clearest peer-level pushback on file. Dance clips from his 2025 rollout, specifically around the Meet Yo Maker snippet, got tagged the same way Youngboy's couch video did 3 years earlier. Reddit and TikTok temperature on Cardi sits in the same place it sat in 2020. He's addressed it once on record in detail. He hasn't felt the need to revisit, which brings us to NBA Youngboy, the one where the internet debate has been the most aggressive. Kentrell Dezeen Galden started catching the zesty label around 2022. The starting point was a couch video that circulated on Reddit and YouTube. Youngboy holding a can, rolling his hips, arching his back, dancing with his crew. DJ Akentix broke it down on stream, and the label stuck. A 2022 TikTok dance he filmed with creator Ivory17 got folded into compilations. Stage clips from the Making America Slime Again tour in 2025 added fuel. His affiliate Lil Dump caught the same smoke for his own stage moves. The second layer was photos and clips with men in the camp. An old 2018 image of Youngboy appearing to kiss BBG Baby Joe on the face became the most circulated piece of content in the conversation. Baby Joe addressed it on camera and called it brotherly love. Around May 2026, a man on Instagram named Hakeem Jalam claimed he'd been in a secret bisexual relationship with Youngboy. His only offered evidence was photos with Youngboy's mother and old Clubhouse audio from rooms with the entourage. No DMs, no messages, no videos from Youngboy. His mother mentioned having a stalker, but never addressed the actual claims. Youngboy never responded at all. Youngboy has never directly addressed the sexuality speculation in detail publicly. He's got children with multiple women, including his wife, Jacine Michelle. He pushed back on the nail polish discourse on tracks. Nothing else on record. Here's the thing about all four of these situations when you put them side by side. Young Thug has been on record with the same position since 2014. The fashion is aesthetic, the language is slang, he's straight. Uzi made a gender identity statement, not a sexuality statement, and then put his sexuality on record on his lead single. Cardi addressed the speculation directly in one major interview and hasn't felt the need to revisit it. Youngboy has never engaged with it at all. What actually changed the conversation wasn't any of their statements. It was the culture around them shifting. The tolerance for men in rap expressing themselves differently than the traditional template expanded. The clip cycle got self-sustaining, and the same footage keeps getting rediscovered by new audiences who weren't there when it first dropped. Young Thug's argument from 2025 that he started the aesthetic and passed the baton is interesting because it places all four of them in the same lineage. A progression from the 2016 Jeffrey cover to Uzi's death drop at Coachella 2024. Whether you see that as an evolution in how rap handles gender expression or as a decade-long internet debate that never produced actual evidence, either way depends on what you were watching for. The shape of every conversation in this video is identical. Viral clip, denial on record, defender on the artist's side, skeptic on the other, forums recycling the same screenshots, no confirmed evidence of anything beyond what each artist already put on record themselves. That's the cycle. And it's been running for over a decade. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Do you think the way rap handles these conversations has actually changed since 2014, or is it the same debate on a loop?